Welcome back to the Road Show. We got a giggly Michaela in her red dress this morning. All right, this morning in the buzz.
My fault.
I know, it's okay. Super Bowl always gets a big audience, we know that. So advertisers are very willing to pay a fortune to reach all those people, and the commercials are often more memorable than the game some years. Well, this year companies are paying a record $3 million for a 30-second spot during the most watched event on television. Some companies say they're paying ad agencies millions to come up with these memorable Super Bowl commercials. Once again, Pepsi and Doritos asking consumers to create their own 30-second spots. Let's take a look at a few of them now.
Nah, I'm good.
Come on down to Al Chevy on Route 1 for my post-Super Bowl extravaganza sale. Touchdown! Tomorrow we're smashing prices. All right, back up!
Are you serious?
He's through the chipmunk! No, look at here!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. That is nuts.
Never mess with a Chevy, dude.
Guys, can you just give me a little space here? You just parked a little close. Guys, come on, guys. I got a meeting. Never mind. This guy.
Stuck between a bad job and a hard place?
Ron, did you notice maybe you clipped me a little bit there?
CareerBuilder.com. Start building.
Ron!
That's a really good one.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you think it's worth the price though?
Well, I think in that case, we're not going to forget Career Builder, right? I mean, when you see a really memorable one that everybody's talking about, it's definitely worth it if it works.
I agree. I think they're very funny. So expensive, but very funny.
But it's worth it because you have the audience. Everyone's watching. You know?
The problem, though, is like you say, oh, that's real funny, but then do you remember, like, think back a couple years. You remember some very funny commercials, but do you remember the company that was pitching them?
No, but a lot of them were, honestly, a lot of my favorites are the Budweiser ones. Yeah. And I think I don't know why, they're very clever.
But I don't think that it's supposed to have a long-lasting effect. The whole point, right, is just to be like, quick bang for your buck. Hitters, everybody's going to make their $3 million back like in a second. You know what I mean?
I think some of my favorites. You say Budweiser. There are 3 frogs on the log. Budweiser. You know, and they did that one, and they kept on.
Not even that with like the Clydesdale horses.
Right, playing football, kicking field goals.
Yes, and then they have the 2 zebras in the little booth, like the refs.
Yeah, like the refs.
That was a good one. Or how about the 80s ones that I also remember, like the Michael Jackson, like Pepsi ones, where he was like moonwalking and doing all his dances, and the production that like went into those, you know? Or what about that one? Was it Apple Computer? It was like a minute long, and it was like these robots. Remember that one?
Yep.
That was like they were like walking into like the future or something like that. That was like, I want to say early mid 80s. I'll never forget that one.
Some of the older ones that I remember too were the Mean Joe Green one, you know, he played for the Steelers, where he ripped off his shirt, and the kid, can I have your Coke, and can I have your shirt, and threw his uniform. Mean Joe Green gives his uniform to that little kid in the runway. And so far lately, the best ones, and they're on TV even when the Super Bowl isn't on. The E-Trade commercials with the little babies.
Oh, with the baby.
With the baby on the BlackBerry. There's the new one where he's in his crib, and apparently there's something against riding the baby. It's frowned upon, whatever he says. It's hilarious. But any of those E-Trade ones.
The one with the baby puke, though, I thought was going a little too far. Like, I knew it was coming when I saw it. I'm like, no, don't do it. Anyway.
All right, Courtney. So a lot to choose from, and I'm sure there won't be many to disappoint again this year.
Yeah, we were all just enjoying the ones we were showing earlier. We're talking about some of our old favorites as well, and they're also talking about whether these ads are worth the price for the Super Bowl. So we'll head to the live blog right now on foxprovidence.com. And Aaron S. says, I understand that it's one of, if not the most watched show, but I think they use that as an excuse to charge outrageous costs. And Tripp says, if people are paying it, and they are, as Fox is sold out, the price is right. He says it's the American way, and I love it. Here's the poll right underneath the live blog. Are Super Bowl ads worth the super high price? A, yes, it's the most watched TV event. Or B, no, it's a steep price for a commercial. Got a couple of comments so far on our Facebook page of what folks think this morning, and Kyle Hollenrake says they usually make a good return on investment, even more so on popular brands. So usually if a company thinks it's worth the price, it usually is. So you have about a half hour left if you want to weigh in on our poll or on the live blog. I'll be here to the end of the show, but for now we're going to switch gears and head into the kitchen.